today we woke up, we had a slow Saturday morning and watched I think it was Texas versus Ohio State game. It is just after, it's almost 1 o'clock, and Kevin and I are just now starting our home projects for this weekend. It's the long Labor Day weekend, so we have Monday to also continue doing our projects, which is super exciting. I don't know if I'm going to insert the clip before or after this, but I weeded the garden beds finally. A few days ago, I tried to film us setting up the fencing for it, but my memory card got full, so I just got a new second memory card for my camera, and that's what we're currently using. So we are good to go to film this weekend's projects, which is super exciting. Beckham is down for a nap right now, so this is his long nap. He will probably be down for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. He's cutting a few new teeth, so he's in dire need of some sleep. But anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. So I weeded the garden beds out there, and I am now taking a break since the UV is just about, if not at its highest that it's going to be today. I'm taking a break to have some lunch and sit inside in the AC and cool off for a little bit. Kevin is currently outside leaf blowing. I'll show you in a second. He bought a leaf blower, and I don't think I've ever seen him so happy about a lawn or yard tool. Let me just show you. So yes, he is in his own little world with his leaf blower. It's actually quite fun to see him get super excited over a yard tool, and he wants to do it on like a daily basis, which is absolutely hysterical to me. But anyway, so the things that are on our list to do today, I wanted to weed the garden bed, which check, we have done. I also would like to plant and show you guys what exactly I'm thinking to plant in the raised garden beds. I know that the Roma tomatoes that I want to plant, I will be initially starting them off in an indoor pot, and then essentially growing them inside under like grow lights that I have in my office for a separate plant. I'll be using those grow lights until they start to actually sprout, and then I'll think about if I want to transplant them outside somewhere. But for now, they'll be in a pot inside. I don't think I'm going to do that today because I need to run to the store. I'm actually out of soil. The other thing is first off, I should preface, we had our pest control come out yesterday and spray, so all of the bugs that are on the property have surfaced, for lack of a better term, and that's why we think we saw the scorpion that I showed you. Because the scorpions feed off of all those other bugs. So when they surfaced, my guess is so did that scorpion. Fingers crossed there's no more. But yeah, so I need to run to the store to get soil and some diatomaceous earth. I think that's how you say it. Because when I was weeding the garden, there were a lot of crickets and some pill bugs. So least I think that's what they were. They look like roly-polies. Again, I'm from the Midwest. I don't know if they call them something different out here, but there seemed to be pillbugs, roly-polies, as well as little crickets in there. So I read that if I put diatomaceous earth on my garden, that it should keep the scorpion food out. TBD. We're going to try it and see if that works. But I think it's another day's project. For today, I think weeding the garden, planting the plants I want to plant in there, and then Kevin is leaf blowing and getting some of the back corner to a point where we just can maintain it. I think we would like to mount some of the paintings that we have in the house today. We went out yesterday and bought a drill, yet another thing that we always have at our parents' house. You know, my dad always had tools that you never think anything of having to go and buy them. My dad always had all the tools that we needed, but when you start your own tool set and you buy a house and start doing home projects, you start to realize like, oh, you know, at one point my dad probably had to buy these, but he just has accumulated all these tools that you just like are able to reach for them. We're having to go out and buy a lot of different tools because we simply don't have them. So shout out to my dad for always having the tools that we needed. We're starting our own collection here now, but so we bought an electric drill yesterday to mount a handful of pictures in the house today. And then I think we have plans to clean and mop the floors because we have saltillo tile floors. So we'd like to keep them in clean and pristine condition. We'd like to do a weekly clean mop of them. So yeah, another thing that we were able to check off of our list this week was, don't mind the TV being on the floor. We have to get it mounted, but that's on the honey-do list. So we got the mat. It's called a muscle mat. Kevin wanted to get this for Beckham to play on. So we have a rug in our little alcove area. Again, don't mind the mess out here, but this is our formal living room. We've got to break down some of these boxes over here, and then eventually we will have a big rug that's in this area. And we will eventually mount a TV that is in between these two windows. But these are all things take time. Like I keep telling myself and Kevin, it is a marathon, not a sprint. You can't just do everything all at once. Things take time. So I'm excited to take on some of these projects and purchases, but it's not all going to happen at once. So yeah, I think we're going to work on some of these things we want to get done today, up until I want to say like 4 o'clock. That's when Michigan plays. Not sure who they play, but that's when Michigan plays, and that is the one game I know that Kevin wants to really watch today. He is looking forward to that game. So he's taking this time before that game to get some of the things that he wants done and check it off his list. So I'm going to have some lunch and sit in here, cool off for a little bit, and then we're going to go back outside and plant plants. So. Evan and I went to Lowe's, and that seems to be our favorite place nowadays.
Favorite place?
Most visited place.
We'll go there anyways.
Alas. We'll show you what we got.
So we're coming from there in the local Ace, depending on what we need and what we have to get.
Alright. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Got mosquito dunks, because we can't figure out
The fountain, there's like a giant fountain that we're having issues with, but there's mosquitoes coming from it, so we're trying just to tame them until we can get the pump situation figured out.
we have the outlet that's back in the corner that the fountain runs off of that had faulty wiring, so we had that replaced, but now we need to understand actually how the fountain works. So until then, we've got mosquito dunks that we're gonna go put out there so we don't have mosquito bites anymore, hopefully. We bought a second toilet paper holder because we couldn't get the screw out of the one that was here.
Now we can.
But now we can, so we're probably gonna end up returning this.
Got a hook for towels for the glass door of the shower.
Chassis. A quart measure mixing container.
I say that because the paint's all in the 5-gallon bucket that they left behind, so you pour it into
A
small container because we're filling some holes that they left behind. Or I don't know if they left behind or the staging company left behind, somebody left behind. So now I'm filling those so that they're not visible anymore.
Did you know this is only for spring and fall?
Yeah, well, fall's almost here.
I know, I didn't know this was like seasonal.
I didn't either, to be honest with you.
We found this on an end cap. It's coil cleaner, I guess professional grade foaming solvent for our air conditioner. Yeah.
You just watch YouTube video on it. You just take the cover off, turn. There's other steps, but
we're gonna clean our air conditioner at some point. Okay.
We need a latch strike
For
the closet door,
or front
the
closet.
closet main entrance.
And then we'll probably end up. Yeah, we'll probably end up returning this set of locks that we got because
apparently there's been like a rise of crime from like local teenagers like going around to houses. So in Arizona, it's different than like Michigan we're used to, where you'd have your electrical panel in laundry room, mechanical room, basement, wherever. Out here, they're all on the outside of the house, but it's on the exterior of the house, like outside the gated area. So for instance, anyone could just walk up to our electrical panel at any point in time and shut it off. So we're gonna lock on that, so that way
nobody can mess with it.
We don't have to worry about that. Again, not an issue where we are, shouldn't be, but just wanted to take precautions on that.
Yeah, and then we also wanted to put a lock on one of our gates.
We have 2 gates, so we need to get some additional. We had to get additional lock. Most houses have 1 gate. We have 2, so we have to get additional lock for the gate.
Just safety type reasons. One of the gates just is standalone, and then we've got a second gate on the other side of the house that has another gate behind it that actually leads to our yard.
With Cooper roaming around the backyard, that gate, the 1 gate's fine because again, this is a secondary gate, so he can't get through it, but this one he can, so we still want it to be open by mistake
anytime,
or accidentally, or by a contractor. Because we've had Cooper now has gotten out several times when contractors have been over because he's like sneaks through their legs at the front door. So we're just trying to eliminate.
I swear he likes it here.
He does. He comes back.
He comes back. But anyway, so that is the Lowe's haul. I think since it's 5 o'clock on a Tuesday now,
the crowd shuffles in.
There's an old man standing next to me.
It's me. I have back problems. But what?
On our docket, though, I think since I'm finished with work, we did our little Lowe's trip. I think your agenda is to hang some stuff. Get toilet paper, the toilet paper hook in our bathroom, as well as hang the towel bars.
Got a enough level now. We just got this too. Because the level I had was too short, so making hanging things that required
longer
2 screws or whatever a pain. Yeah. So now I can more easily.
And you got a nifty tape measure.
That's right.
Dual purpose, baby. I'm gonna go outside. Also in our Lowe's haul, forgot to mention, since there are bags outside, I got some diatomaceous earth and some veggie and flower potting soil, because I'm going to plant some Roma tomatoes in a singular pot and start growing those inside. And then once those start to actually take to that pot, then I will transport them outside and transplant them once they are good to go. Because I read on the packaging that they are not good to transplant right off the bat. So I'm gonna start those in a singular pot in my office, because I have grow lights for my pothos plant, so I'll just use one of the grow lights for those tomatoes. Plant like some hummingbird flowers out there, since I have, my parents sent a housewarming gift of wind chimes, which I'll show you when we go out there, and a electronic hummingbird feeder, which is super cool. I have that set up in my raised garden beds and have been watching the hummingbirds literally from my phone come to the feeder, and it's low-key been a new hobby of mine. Every time I get a little notification saying there's a hummingbird at the feeder, I go and watch them. It's like the coolest thing ever to see all the different species of birds that are making their way over to my garden. They know where the good food's at. So anyway, we also got some salt pellets for our softener outside, because I think are running low. But yeah, without further ado, let's go get our plant on.